things are starting to get a little bit out of hand here. You guys smash the living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more Oz content. We're going to start things off here with the quarter century dark hole movements, actually dark hole movements in general, with the release of Dark Hole Dragon here. Now, I think that this is actually hilarious. This is exactly the types of things that you see in the market here, where, guess what? Big explosive card comes out, people get excited for it, you know, it starts to see uptick movements, you know, we can search dark hole now, guys, like, this is insane, you know, we can do all of this. Well, guess what? Because of that, you're seeing, guess what? Staple versions of cards start to go up in value. Between ultras, secrets, I mean, good news is Dark Hole has been printed into oblivion here, but you've already got the quarter century, you know, scarcity going on here, where every other day you look around and the quantities, the 20 start to disappear. That's the problem with these quarter centuries right now is, guess what? There were only so many of them available on the market, and as players go, well, you know, 50, 60 bucks looks more enticing and more inviting than we'd already seen here, you see another quarter century disappear off the market, and that's what we continue to see here. I'm not a big fan of reporting on these every single day, and it is getting out of hand, honestly. It is cool that we did get the gimmick of the Dark Hole Dragon. It is cool that, you know, you can melody for it and you can do all of this cool little cheese, but at the end of the day, it's just cheese. I mean, yeah, you can also go, oh no, you Baron negated my card and destroyed it, now I can Dark Hole Dragon! Haha! Dark Hole! What are you gonna do? I mean, like, those are the types of interactions and the best value that you can get. And yes, Baron's destruction effect does not target, just so you know. I just want to throw that out there. But yeah, always following into the hype of things is a very, very interesting aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Hole! Next up is, oh man... Water Enchantress. Oh boy. So the quarter century rocketed up, but here's the best part about all of the Water Enchantresses. You have the ultra rare, the ultimate rare, the collector's rare, and you have the quarter century secret rare. Huh. Which of these, quarter century, the collector's rare, or the ultimate rare, which one of these is the highest rarity? Well, based on how the community's handling this right now, it's definitely the quarter century secret. You can buy the alties as of filming this video right now at $17 a piece. An ultimate rare that I think looks absolutely splendidly amazing for, I repeat, basically $18. Okay, and then you've got the collector's rare at what, 40 bucks? That's an all-time low. And then you could spend $100 for discount Starlight rare. You've got to ask yourself at this point in time, is it worth it? And I would just go with the ulti at this point. If I was trying to have something that was mid-high range rarity, may as well pick that up. Oh wait, you know, you can pick up, you know, the ultra, like $3. Yeah, you can. There are always going to be alternatives, but, you know, looking at the, oh boy, I need the highest rarity, this is fantastic, you know, $300 for a set of Water Enchantress is not where I'd want to be spending my money at the moment. So hey, guess what? Another quarter century secret rare buyout. What do you guys think? Pretty impressive, right? Huh. I wish I had all of this cool money to spend on these cards. It's fantastic today. But yeah, once again, like, how many quarter century buyouts? I mean, Zeus is already over the $200+ mark. You've already seen all of these absurdities continue to happen, and I don't know where it stops, honestly. I don't know what quarter century is going to go up next week. I don't even know, but it's interesting. Next up is the absolute zero problem. Every copy on a minimum of whatever these are is like $20 at this point in time, and that's a wee little bit of a problem. The fact that we have dodged printing, you know, this card multiple times, or at least giving it a reprint, is it not only paywalls hero players from winning the chance to play the game. I can't believe that, by the way. Hero players have to spend crazy amounts of money to be able to play the deck right now, which is pretty discouraging, honestly. I am not a huge fan of that at the end of the day, but it's so bad that you have to spend that much. And you can thank Edison for this. Honestly, Edison has been driving a lot of crazy price points. And I've seen demand from people wanting, hey, you know, we need Edison sets in the game. That's what the Battles of Legends did. You know, they took cards from Edison, Blackwings, and they reprinted them. And guess what ended up happening? They didn't actually, people weren't happy that they were in there. The Edison players were happy, but other players weren't. You know, you should use OTS packs and things like that. Maybe you should have reprinted Absolute Zero. You know, you could have reprinted a lot of things, but for whatever reason, we just dodged. And I don't know why we did this or what is going on with this in particular. But I really wanted to point out at this stage that Absolute Zero hero prices in general are not exactly something that you really want to dedicate yourself to out here. And I think it's going to continue to get a whole lot worse, honestly, because as more and more people need this in both current format and in Edison, I'm sorry, hero players. The fact that you guys have to pay, you know, these crazy price points on cards is a wee little bit ridiculous. I also want to mention Purely over here for things that are getting a little bit out of hand here. You know, Purely prices spun up very, very quickly here. A lot of people lost their mind because not only did this deck just take the Japan Championship here, you've also got to keep in mind that we have, you know, S Purely on the horizon here. Like the card that gives you the ability to set Leap from your deck, and then congratulations, you just laugh at your opponent all the way to the bank because now you can go ahead and toggle up. You know, I will say that with how sporadic that these prices have been, that this has been something pretty crazy to watch. And I think we're going to continue to see more of the insanity develop with this as more and more people continue to look at this going, well, I don't know if I want to dedicate my time and money to this deck right now. I hate to tell you this, but it just takes one top for this deck again to take back off. And then you're going to look around, you're going to be like, wow, you know, like the cat really went back up to $40+ at this point in time. Hype is going to continue to be the thing that drives this card, actually this entire archetype, because people are genuinely excited for the playability behind this. All real things considered here, I would continue to keep an eye on this, because as much as, you know, we've seen hype going for it, especially in the higher rarity department for this deck, more and more people are, it's got all eyes on it. Like that's just how it is at this point in time. So if you're not keeping an eye on Purely cards, or you're just looking around, you're like, I don't know if I really want to invest in this. It doesn't seem like it's a me kind of deck. Well, you know, if you end up losing to it, it's projected to be one of the best meta decks out of the next set. And all consideration for that, you know, it's got some hype behind it. So do with that knowledge what you will at this point in time. I just wanted to throw it out that the community has eyes on this. The community is aware of what's going on with this. It's just at this point in time, you're going to continue to see inversions continue to happen. Next up is a nod here to the Rarity collection. You know, the topic was things are getting out of hand, but actually there are some very cheap boxes of Rarity collection floating around on the internet. And I once again, I've got a good couple of warning videos planned to talk about Rarity collection a lot more in depth. Yeah, I know we were going to beat that to a pulp because there's a lot of factors that set is going to bring to the table that's going to be crazy. And if you're not paying attention to the market for this, and you're not keeping an eye, or, you know, you're worried about something, that's where our issues therein lie. So cheap product, or, you know, once again, we talk about pre-orders to make sure that you can get your product ahead of time. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Players tend to have a very terrible knack at planning ahead. It's crazy to me what people tend to think for this game. And, you know, even though, you know, some of this stuff might get out of hand relatively quickly, this is one of the times that I can surefire say that you have an opportunity in front of you. Consider it, all right? Because preprints, luxurious items, these are all the things that tend to make things very good. Also, I mean, if you're already looking at quarter century buyouts happen on a set, you can only imagine what's going to happen to some of the higher rarity stuff that's going to come out of this set. And we don't even know anything yet, minus maybe 2 to 3 cards out of the set. And I think that's a wild thing to me. So, what do you think about, well, how things are going? I'll go way more in depth with things on the market, but this is an absolute crapshoot in my personal opinion. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.